This episode is brought to you by TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com is your all-access to culture. Check out cultural merchandise like leggings, hats, mini boxing gloves, and bags. Also t-shirts like hip-hop, nature, rock bands, reggae, and dark fantasy. Fast shipping worldwide. That's TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. Now let's check out this episode. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a really special guest in the building. Listen, you've seen this man DJ on some of the biggest songs from in the 80s come up to right now. You've seen him on Jack Ruby. You've seen him on Metro. You heard him with crazy hits, and you've seen him with a lot of artists that he put on from record time to right now. You know, we have in the building today, we have Mikeylous in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Yes, greetings, Muscle B. Greetings, enough respect, I'm there giving thanks and praise to life, health and strength, and the greatest thing that I'm alive and well. So, see me there and I'm just doing the work and just here,
Maximum respect for coming through the Entertainment Report podcast today.
Yeah, man, give thanks for having me. Enough respect,
Yeah.
Thanks for the good work that you're doing. And thanks for having me on the program because it's a very, very interesting program with the world we're watching, so I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. It really means a lot coming from somebody like you that's been in the industry from in the 80s, come right up. That really means a lot because you've seen a lot, you heard a lot, and you know a lot. So then that definitely means a lot.
Definitely. From start out early 80s, about 82. Mm-hmm. And start out in my community as a little young artist in my community. I'm from the Garden Parish of St. Anne, a little district called Limal, 3 miles out of St. Anne's Bay, which is the capital, and about 13 miles from 9 Mile where Bob Marley is from.
Okay.
So I start out very early at a tender age because I don't know, I think I was born to do this. I didn't take it on. But in my family, my grandfather played guitar and my uncle played guitar in church and sing. So I think that's where I get the love for music started,
Was back then. And even growing up in your parish in St. Anne's here, what type of child were you back then?
Well, I was just quiet child. Back in the days, I was very quiet. Coward. I used to play nothing that would hurt me, I always stay by myself, and always stay focused in anything that I'm doing. I grew up in church. Okay. So I grew up with my grandmother, and she always said that to go to church on Sundays. So them time they you believe what your grandparents and your mother and your father tell you. So I love church. So I used to go to church every Sunday. Every August, when you touch August, they have convention. The churches have convention, and they come together. So I would sing on convention, act in play at church and stuff like that. And always coward. I never used to do anything that I would get beaten for because I go with my grandmother and my grandfather. So I never did want to do anything that I would get scolding for. So always, quiet and obedient. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you say music, you were singing. So you actually like singing before DJing, or what was your path in music?
Yeah, I just used to sing like the Christian songs in church and the choir. I used to sing at the choir, sing those songs that they teach us to sing when you touch convention. And like sometimes we act play in church, and I used to act in all the plays in church too. But I think that's where I developed this braveness from to perform in front of people from church days.
Okay. And even back then, so then now when you're coming up and you're going to school, what type of artists were you listening to, or what type of music were you listening to when you were growing up?
Well, I remember when I was a little kid, my grandfather used to play a lot of Jim Reeves. Those type of music he used to play on Sundays. And I never hear no dancehall music inside the house apart from the radio. And if they play in the radio, it's like mostly on Saturdays. And you hear a lot of it's like some Uri. I can remember one special song that stand out where I used to hear every Saturday. The song Chicka Bow, Chicka Bow, Chicka Bow, Bow, Bow. I think it's I don't know if it's Uri or Prince Jasbo.
Uri.
Yeah, and there's a burning spear that I used to hear regular say, the road is long, on the way is foggy, foggy. Those are the songs I only used to hear on Saturdays. But on Sundays, strictly Christian music. We don't listen to radio in the week. I would never have radio on. Just listen to radio on Saturdays when my grandmother gone to market and turn on the radio and we had a lot of scat and some regular like Mighty Diamonds, Passy, Kochi, those songs we used to listen to.
So then where did you really discover dancehall and feel like this is something that you could do then?
Well, I think it's from church. But when I used to go to primary school and concert, I used to make rhyme of the teacher's name and get a lot of forward, just rhyme like me did have a teacher named Miss Clark. I would go on stage and say, Miss Clark, I walk and talk like the ark and come back. So just rhyme, and everybody used to like me for the rhyme. So, but I think when Yellow Man come out now, Yellow Man really, really take a hold on me, because when I start to listen to Yellow Man and those I'm Getting Married, Michigan and Smiley, Diseases, those songs we used to hear in the streets now. So I remember, I think they say I was a Christian back then when I was a little youth, but I remember one Sunday I was coming from church. That time Diseases was the song that everywhere turn your diseases by Michigan and Smiley. So I was a Christian, claiming to be a Christian as a little youth. So coming from church, me hear this song I play. I start singing this song automatically, start singing this song. All of my church sister and brother, I say, hey, you turn back your sin, I sing Diseases and all that. So then Yellow Man got come out now, and from there, we just pay attention to dancehall, Let me start, every Sunday now, I start to write lyrics.
Okay.
Every Sunday, we have a big almond tree at my yard. And every Sunday, I go on that, I sit down with that exercise book and write pure lyrics. Because I start turning the rhyme, into lyrics, because I listen to Yellow Man and Michigan and Smile.
What was it specifically about Yellow Man that really got your attention?
Where Yellow Man come out, like me explode. And then me like him style, and him have on this like a beaver cap and the 2-piece. And a Yellow Man the first DJ, me say start dress neat and nice, and dress neat, nice, and look everywhere people could have respect. Because I did have an uncle, when he realized that me interested in the music, he used to tell me say dancehall music and DJ music, a gunman something, a ganja man something, a rasta man something, because he never want me to go that way, because I used to my grandfather grew up with my grandfather making shoes.
Okay.
So while making shoes with my grandfather now, I used to listen to the radio at night, and when Yellow Man come out and hear a lot of Yellow Man songs, so I start to DJ, take on to Yellow Man. So my uncle now, I leave my grandfather and start to work with my uncle, and he realized that there my interest is, he started to disencourage me and tell me about not head that way because of gunman music and ganja man music. So he was trying to tell me that I should sing. Because me used to sing at church, and then when we start to sing, I realized singing wasn't what I want. I didn't want to DJ, strictly DJ.
Growing up now, what type of sound systems were in the area where you're actually hearing dancehall music play?
Well, when I was growing up, it was like Jalove, Stereograph. Those are the sound I can remember off my head who used to play Jalove, Stereograph, Jack Ruby, because I used to live in Lima and Jack Ruby used to be in Otrius. So the cassette them with Jack Ruby sound used to out all about, especially because they used to have this Wednesday night thing. But Stereograph, Jalove, I remember Thief Away, and Aces, because Yellow Man used to go around on Aces. And I get so much beaten just to go out to see Yellow Man.
Yeah.
Enough beat me get on the bed, me just hide and go out. I remember one time Yellow Man come to my community, it was roadblock, and I decided I have to go. Supposed to go to church on Sunday morning, but me thief out and go to the dance, and I said, me nah left the Yellow Man give me the mic. Because I was like a community artist now.
Okay.
The community artist, so every song coming out of the district, any song coming out of the district, me DJ upon it. So I stand up down there, I find the way through, I don't know how I reach upside of the amplifier, but it was Yellow Man and Barry J. And I decided it was a sound in class one, and I decided to not moving until I get a talk. And somebody tell Yellow Man, say, give me a talk over the mic, and Yellow give me a talk over the mic, and I get one song and bust the place. And I forget to get beat when I grown, because all my intention was just want to stop side of Yellow Man. Yeah. And I screech go in the morning and go under the bed, I hide, And I just some broomstick wake me up, mop stick wake me up and into my grandmother. So me have to run out, me have to get a lick come under, but me have to run towards it because me can't go back because it's the wall. So me have to come out and the lick and run out. So I me get it more than one time, more than two times, more than three times, just because of Yellow Man.
Mm-hmm. And what was that feeling like, knowing that you were listening to Yellow Man and then you actually got to DJ on the same song? Yellow Man said, "Come down, you." What was that feeling like?
Well, for the whole week, it's like me the different. It's like me just change. Me just can't believe see me stand upside a Yellow Man because what happened again? The cassette it out because them time they cassette and they used to have a bus run from Limeall to Sentence Bay named Virgo. He used to play the latest dancehall cassette them. And when somebody tell me say them hear me in a Virgo bus and cassette with me a Yellow Man, me left me yard and go down to the Limeall Square and stand up and catch the bus. The bus I go Sentence Bay, not going nowhere. Catch the bus, we got the back of the bus, and just to get where the cassette go down. But by the time we reach Sentence Bay, because Sentence Bay is only 3 miles away from Limeall, so by the time we reach Sentence Bay, I reach my party. So me in at the bus circle, and the bus going to the park and load again, and me I listen so till when the bus coming up back now, me I hear myself and everybody in the bus I rock to me I say, and then we go hear somebody say, me know. I'm a grandson, and the bus go drop off people and turn back and me down back a Sentence Bay on the bus. And the driver never know. The driver never know me in the bus because them time have no conductor. So it's when them the Sentence Bay and him come out and I pull the winner them for load again, I realize him run and I say, Granty, we had in the bus, so me I tell him, say, I cassette more here. So I say, how long me at the bus, and me I tell him, I couldn't believe. Yes, man, I tell you, trust me, it was a joy. I just feel like, say, yes, it's going to happen, you know?
Right there. All right. That's big there. So then you did your stuff with Yellow Man. What was your name at that time there?
That time I used to go by the name of Mikeylous.
Mikeylous.
Yeah, when I stand up say Yellow Man the first time, I used to go by the name of Mikeylous. But 1982, I think, or 1980, Leeds Unlimited come to my community with Super Dan used to go around with the Leeds Unlimited, and that night it was Leeds Unlimited, Super Dan, Lady Anna, Sister Verna. Was one of the biggest dance because at that time it was Barry G and Super Dan around the place. So Barry G and Wadat and Super Dan with Leeds Unlimited. So they come to a place named Travers at Ballywax Lawn in Limeall. And I went out there. I think I was in my close to teen, but early teen. And they called for it was a big dance. But me end up some bigger man than me end up carrying me in. And them called for a DJ contest. 8 of us went on stage. Super Dan called for a DJ contest, and 8 of us go on it. And me win it.
Okay.
And when me win the contest now, the man in front of Limeall rate me, and I'm coming to come and lift me up. And lift me up, them me kind of drop out of them and I drop. And Super Dan I say, boy, if it's this the other treat the winner, I don't want to be a winner because they were so excited. So what they do, they call for a play off again now. So we should go back up on stage. So we are going to chat one more lyrics. The winner, them said the winner should go and talk one more lyrics. So we go up now, and all of the guys who enter, me didn't know them name. So because me a DJ like Yellow Man them time, I start DJ and I call them name and I go DJ one lyrics. I say, all DJ, I come used to sound like Yellow Man. All DJ, if you bow down to me, me put them right, stand up in front of me. And one of them did name Jazz Mikey. And I tell Jazz Mikey if he say A and him say B, and I say some derogatory things. But there's a big man in the contest now, they name Bingy Tribe. So I say, me put Bingy Tribe in front of me. Me tell him say A and the boy say B. Me say, this a DJ going like him, you know the word, and the whole place shoot up. And him grab me in my collar. And so many people rushed down upon him, and it was a task where the dance actually mash up. Okay. Because the man grabbed me in my collar and ready to beat me up as a little youth. I say me at this him, because you know me use that word when I say Jamaica homophobe, because some use, and then big something the night, man, the dance actually mash up, and it was, then me get $50 and 2 albums, and there was a promoter who used to go around with Leeds Unlimited named Sassafras, not the DJ Sassafras, original Sassafras opening posters. There's a big man. He was there, used to go around with Leeds Unlimited, and he called me and said, you need to come to Kingston Monday morning up to Gemini Club, Arthurtree Road. You're very talented, I'm going to give you some promotion. I don't remember I ever take a bus go to Kingston by myself. But I remember I take a bus and I reach Kingston, I reach Gemini Club, Arthurtree Road. And when I went there and I go in the yard the Monday morning, and come out and call on a lot of crowd and say, see the little guy that mash up the man in my country and win the contest, and him create excitement and him say me very good. So him come in at the office and say, look, I'm gonna change your name because we have too many Irie. We have Wilton Irie, Clement Irie, Michael Irie, Derek Irie, too much Irie, and the Irie them so pussy. So I don't want it to be no Irie. So I remember I take out a pen and I write down 3 names: Nigger, Nigga, and Niggah. So I'm going to change me into Nigga Mikey. So must change one. So must choose one. And I choose Nigger and say my name change. Write up my name, take my address and everything, and go back to country. And I start tell everybody and community glad to see me. Excitement when I go back and now there's a little sound system at the community now. With the same guy who grabbing and I call it the big man did have him come link me the next week and say more want me DJ on him sound. So me I go around at the community in a Lima now. Every little party, every little dance, and me and mash it up. That time Sister Nancy have a song in. Come and say one German Sister Nancy, remember that song? So me make a version of that, and anywhere me going to the community, because I have some nearby community like Lima, Sentence, Eatontown, Paris, so all of them community and me mash up the place. So I went, they used to have this national DJ contest every year. It's a festival DJ contest every year, every summer. So I remember I enter into it 82. I didn't win. I determined I enter 83. I come second. I enter 84 and I didn't place. And I say, me nah stop answer till me win. And I enter 85. And 85, maybe become the champion DJ for Sentan. Win it 1985. But what's so good about this muzzle? It used to keep at a place called Circle B Land in Prairie, Sentan. But that year, for some reason, they moved it to Jack Ruby Land in Outrias. So I used to DJ a lot of history. I know history from Marcus, but they have a band till him dead. I used to DJ a lot of history. So that night, I enter as a historian. And when we entered in the competition, it was Ugly Man was there. I mean, not lie. Me did a fret because of Ugly Man, because I'm very excited. Donkey ride and create a star, me kick up head in the land, but me just like a historian, I have a long history lyrics. When I talk about me have a circle Jamaica, me take a run, me take a walk, me take a ride, me take a drive and circle my country. I start tell them about Jamaica, circle Jamaica, right, till some history. And when I go down on my lyrics tonight, go down on my lyrics, the crowd silent. When we start name some date in 1494, Columbus discovered the land, 1655, then take us to England, in 1692, earthquake destroyed the land, 1773, old Hutchins Rose, and in 1838 to get our freedom, 1865, Marant Bay Rebellion. Then we see the crowd go so, like everybody just, now you see the whole place. And when the place get up, and we come up, that time you have judges, judges on the panel, them sit down, but they might go for the crowd respond to. But Yellow Man, not Yellow Man, Ugly Man, create excitement. I didn't know Jack Ruby. Jack Ruby wasn't one of the judge. So when I come off a stage, Jack Ruby come to me, never in short, in Surrey P shots and in brown, and I don't know if I know him, and in brown and in short, and he come to me and say, yo, somebody gonna beat you with applause, because that's the way it talk. Somebody gonna beat your applause, but you gonna win. But me never know who him, and I say to the man, me and go, they say, the man, they say, me I go win, but somebody beat me with applause. And he say, yes, if I tell you you're going to win, I name Jack Ruby. And I say, whoa, Jack Ruby tell me that? But me can't wait for them come, so everybody enter and them take break and the judges them come back now and then call everybody on stage. I don't remember how much of us, but when them called on it left to 3 of us left on the stage. 3 of us, me, Ugly Man, and the next guy. And I say, whoa. That means there's so many 1, 2, or 3. So when the judge called out, I come and say, 3rd place, like him said, the next guy. When me look now, me and Ugly Man left, so I say, whoa, me there 1 or 2. And they take time and then say the 2nd place, and then start sweat. Now me I sweat. Because they might take long to say 2nd place. So me know if I say 2nd place, they're going to know what they win. And they say, 2nd place. And them tease and them say 2nd place, Ugly Man. And I say, when I say Ugly Man, my heart actually come out through my mouth.
Yeah.
And when them said the first place is the historian, I couldn't believe, and me shocked, me never know if me just shock. But me remember Jacoby said me I go win, but me just couldn't believe. And me become the winner for Sentan, the God of Parish National Festival DJ Contest 1985. Then, they have the final in National Arena in Kingston.
Okay.
I don't remember how long after to go to the final, but I go to the final. You know who beat me? You know who win it?
What?
Gully Bop.
The guy, what?
Gully Bop, that time his name Countryman.
Mm-hmm.
So a Gully Bop win it. If I never Gully Bop, me would have win it because but Gully Bop create one scene up there, mash up stadium. The arena, I think it was National Arena. And they didn't even talk about second place or third place, but me know me did good because they judge me, I think. But Gully Bop as the Countryman that time win it. And from there, man, I just say, yes, this is where I want to go. Mm-hmm. And I remember that time you're not making any money with the music. So after I win the contest now, there's a sound system named Duke Hamilton Disco. They used to play strictly all hits. But when it touch Christmas time, he is the one who played St. Anne's Bay Square Christmas night, Grand Market night. Okay. So Duke Hamilton linked me. I said they want me to be a resident DJ on the sound. No, I start to put my game with more lyrics. Then you have Professor Nuts come out now, Papa San, and them come a country and them a buck up in me. So I start DJ and Duke Hamilton Disco. Then a top sound from CLM now named Class 1. Come for me when I start get popular and Duke Hamilton Disco. So they want me for DJ for them, so I go DJ some top artists. And then bring on Professor Nuts and Stitch every week. So me leave Duke Hamilton and go Class 1. And when we do Class 1 now, that's where the recognition start to come because Class 1 is a popular sound from CLM St. Anne. And
when you got to Class 1, who else was on Class 1 at that time?
General Jamaica. General Jamaica was a sing bad artist. He was the real DJ on Class 1 and a singer named Disco D from CLM.
Yeah.
But General Jamaica did kind of freelance and used to travel, so it's like a me now. I did done for Class 1. So I start go all about on Class 1. So but Class 1 used to bring down Stitchy or Professor Nuts anytime them have a dance. Or sometimes Sun. So I start a rub shoulder with Stitchy and Professor Nuts. So I become the champion of St. Anne. Every artist come a country, them a buck up in a me. Them have to deal with me. So on Class 1, couple years going on. So till when we winning the contest 85 now. 87, Jack Ruby said he wanted me to be a resident DJ on his sound. 87.
On the big, heavy Jack Ruby sound.
Right. And what causes that? Because I win the national DJ contest in St. Anne, and Jack Ruby saw the talent. 87, General Trees was his Wednesday night supposed to perform because Jack Ruby used to bring artists every Wednesday night, different artists. Every artist you could think of come there on Wednesday night. But that Wednesday night now, Jack will be saying, I'm gonna make me come perform with General Trees.
Okay.
But Muzzle, General Trees, I went out early that time I live in a lime at the bush. So I went out early that Wednesday evening because went out Wednesday evening, the watchers lively, James Avenue lively, all type of people from all about. So I go out early the evening because I say I miss nothing. So I go out there, place look live and everybody I say, yo, your brother, pay congratulations. It's street youth them and everybody, big man, little boy, everybody. And what happened on General Trees don't turn up that night when the dance ready?
What?
I don't know what happened, but he didn't show up and Jack Ruby put me up there and say, look, I don't know what happened to Trees, but we have a youth here. I want to give him a listening ears. And Jack Ruby put me up on the stage. And Muzzle that night, nobody, no disrespect to General Trees, never remember say General Trees supposed to come because me did fresh. Yeah. Me talk some things that people never hear. Me talk some history and then, Jack Ruby is a very influential person. So anything him say, people listen. So me chat some tricks and I mash up Jack Ruby and Jack Ruby come up and hold the mic and say, this is the new talent. Listen what the man attack. Because Jack Ruby love to talk about Marcus Garvey, the history of Jamaica, and them things that they use on me. I mash up Jack Ruby and I mash up the place, I mash up the place. Nobody remembers that Tree's supposed to come. The man is like me get a crown. And Jack Ruby say, you're going to be the resident DJ now for my son. So that's where I'm drift from Class 1 now to Jack Ruby because Jack Ruby is the heavyweight champion. It's the only sound system Muzzle that I know that leave Jamaica. I think it was Canada the first time. On me talk about sound system, the whole sound system, box, amplifier, shift. It's the only sound system I know that leave Jamaica, not just record and selector. Whole sound system, Jack Ruby high power.
When you got to Jack Ruby now, who else was on Jack Ruby as either singers or DJs?
When I went to Jack Ruby, it was Junior Demos, Slim Brown, who now named President Brown, Tina One, Ugly Man, and one singer named Mickey Simpson, R.I.P. Mickey Simpson. You know, they stabbed him in Ocheers, he died in the 90s. Mickey Simpson, he sing that song and say, save a little bit for me, some of your loving. It's on the Far East rhythm. He gets stabbed at Roof Studio 19 in the 90s. So those are the big gun now who was popular on Jack Ruby sound system. But I'm going to tell you something else that nobody never talk about.
Okay.
When I went there now, I was like the fresh kid. And you can't talk certain lyrics on Jack Ruby sound. But Junior D must have a style name when talk. I said, Junior D must stand. You know that style there?
Yes, man.
So all of we are up show that tonight. So a night time on a DJ and Junior D must, the people just love him. So Jack Ruby used to come on a night time and say, Fat Jack. How do you like, because Jack Ruby never liked Junior D must style. Because he says so like him so like him Mike a chip out. Because I said, Junior D must, you know, so Jack Ruby never like it. So Jack Ruby come on a few nights and say, Fat Jack. Like him want me to get the mic. Come and say, Junior D must make it sound like him Mike a chip out. I am the one who tell Junior D must say, you know the style in him because I really like it. You know the style in him, talk and stop. Talk and stop it name. And me get name talk and stop. So me become the resident DJ pan Jack Ruby sound I go everywhere now. So me become the special guest now. When time the sound go out, I'm the last man who hold the mic. Because them have me as a big gun. We have fire. But Tina One and President Brown, trust me, nice duo combi they used to do and everything and Mickey Simpson. So we have a nice package. But me was like the Dan now where and me are the last man I go hold the mic come on. So when me come on, you know, say fire. And trust me, that's where we start getting real popularity. You
brought up a name that I know, or I'm not even sure it's the same person. Tina One that I know played Bass Odyssey. Was that the same Tina One?
Same Tina One. He used to DJ before he even started to play sound. He was the one who used to DJ and Jack Ruby before me. Have this heavy voice. I think it's the best voice I ever heard as a DJ. And he and President Brown used to do combination. So he was there, but Tina One to me was kind of lazy. He didn't want to write lyrics. So every Wednesday night he have the same lyrics, or everywhere we have the same lyrics. But me now, them could have called up, them could have scored on me. So every night me have at least 3-4 different lyrics. So Tina One and the whole I know, so I start getting real popularity. That's the first time I got DJ in a King song like in a sound system. It was Greenwich Farm. Jack Ruby played Greenwich Farm one night, and trust me, them beat Father Bin's land. I never forget them beat down the whole. Father Bin's land actually mash up a Greenwich Farm. Yeah. So you couldn't tell nobody else about no artist to Jack Ruby about just me and artist because me I thought things them and when I'm really interested in plus people. It was fresh, a lot of history, a lot of reality, no slackness because you couldn't talk status and Jack Ruby sound. So now I start a rub shoulder with every top artist who come there a Wednesday night. You know, they have to buck up in me. So one night, Wednesday night was Peter Metro night. And Peter Metro come, but you know, we have the DJ as resident before the guest one come in. And I clap it, man. I clap it the night, man. I mash up Jack Ruby and Peter Metro, Fat Jar whisper on me. I don't know if you're a Fat Jar, is what selected for Jack Ruby sound. Fat Jar whisper on me and say, yo, Peter Metro there around there, so I look pan you, the man come like him, rate y'all, know him now and come at the mic. I look him from Peter Metro, and I see Peter Metro top like son of the land. And I look pan me, I take me. So when time Peter Metro ready to come in now, we supposed to give him mic and step a little. So when Peter Metro come in now, we step a little and Peter Metro say, yo, nigga Mikey, I want you come back and so come stand beside me because you're bad. And me and him the night, you know. Me and him and like, me say I see it pan like him, I say, yo, where did you come from, man? And where him come from? You can see it pan him and me and him and then he call President Brown and all away. So the man now me want to hear myself side of Peter Metro on the cassette now. So you know every Wednesday night, Thursday morning, everybody will get the cassette to play now and they learn to listen. When you go to Fat Jar, the cassette, Fat Jar say, yo, Peter Mitchell, I saw him talk, Peter Mitchell coming and take the cassette and gone with you, you know. I said, Jaja. Peter Mitchell gone with the cassette.
Yeah.
That was 87, 88, you know, 87, late 87. So I said, whoa. So when I get to hear I didn't see about Peter Mitchell from that. So till one night then keep a dance a country and him come back down there and he said some fest was coming up. Sunsplash, not Sunfest, they didn't have Sunfest yet. And him said me should come at some Sunsplash, more call me up on stage. I was like, Peter Mitchell call me up on stage. Why muzzle I take a bus I reach a Sunsplash right at the Diamante go be. Find myself in the lawn and find myself backstage. I don't remember me reach backstage, but me reach. But I think he did get somebody to get me backstage.
Yeah.
Sunsplash start and them call, no Peter Mitchell on stage. I'm in the backstage, I sweat and I say, yo, Peter Mitchell call me up. Sunsplash? Yeah. Nigga Mikey, go up on Sunsplash. Muzzle me wait and wait. At that time, me the backstage I wait and Dominic the backstage I wait. Me wait and wait and me and say, no, we're going to call on stage, Dominic. And when he called Dominic and him and Dominic start turn Sunsplash upside down, and say, it's my turn next. I wait until this day. Me not reach up on stage all now. Guess what? The lyrics them with me if it talk. And then Peter Mitchell have a turn over the place.
Okay, from the cassette.
From the cassette. So me did a plan that me head what me I go talk. No time me go aim up them and read off up there. Then me I say if him call me now, what me I go talk and then me I go talk, but him end up never call me. Me lose about 100 pounds, brother. Me lose weight. Because you know you get a blind to go up on Sunsplash them time Peter Mitchell. But him couldn't call me because it was my lyrics them that I use. So me take a bus, come back up, me must sleep for about 3 days me did week and me just feel it. Me just if me get $1 million mono, feel so happy that it make up on Sunsplash. So I remember me go up on my district and go chill out and come back the Wednesday night now the Jacoby event. And as me come down the land, Jacoby call me and say, yo, come a short boy, because he call me. Peter Mitchell left this give me figure. He was coming from Sunsplash and he left $8,000. The Jacoby forgive me. $8,000 1987 muzzle.
Big.
Oh, lot of money. Oh, lot of money. Me frightened, but I do me get that money because I didn't need it. It still never happened. Me didn't want to go on Sunsplash.
You wanted to perform. The money was cool, but you really wanted to show them what you could bring to the table in front of this.
Really wanted to show them what I could do on Sunsplash.
Okay, so then even though you didn't get to go on Sunsplash, you were upset. But how about when you heard Peter Mitchell with the lyrics? That didn't make you feel like upset? Or how did that make you feel knowing that your lyrics were mashing up the place?
I tell you, I'm weak, man. Me lose weight. Because me just, you know, like me just dead inside. Dead. Because I never know. I didn't know that he was rehearsing my lyrics them to talk. But my sister did rate me. But from me saying, God, the cassette. Because somebody said to me, say, yo, from Peter Mitchell, God, the cassette to my brother. You want to take away lyrics, you know. But you say, I call me up on Sunsplash now. I never did expect that. But me say, when me hear them, man, I never get to go up, man. I say, it's like my world. Like, you know, you're just like somebody dead for your mother, or some, you know, you're just like my life just dead.
Yeah.
I tell you, 3 days I sleep for me come home back, man. 3 days I sleep because I was so mash up.
Yeah. Crazy. Okay, you did that. No. So then what was your next move? Did you go back to Jack Ruby or what was your next move after this? No.
Well, on Jack Ruby right there, from there, 87, mid 87, 88. And Jack Ruby died, 88, Miss and Jack Ruby. And 88 after Gilbert now, because we started to go all around the island up on Jack Ruby. Me the man now, everywhere me go place a tear down.
Okay.
But the thing that them time they say you have to go town for bus. So Junior D must now left and gone Kingston now. I would say Junior D must start to shine because start the past thing and them thing there. So everybody I say you need to go to town. So 88 now, Oja work it now, 88, September 88, Gilbert, the 12th of September 88, Gilbert come. Mash up Jamaica. So good while no sound system now go out, people and the money Jamaica mash up. So me and President Brown say, boy, we are head to Kingston. I don't have anybody in Kingston. I have a sister in Kingston at Winward Road. President Brown never have nobody in a slimmer at Kingston. So me pack my bag after Gilbert because sufferation start now. Real sufferation because nothing now gone. So me pack my bag with about 2 suits and President Brown said, Corrigan told me call my sister. She said, we can come over there and stay, but I'm just like, floor, we are going to sleep on. So I said, no problem. So President Brown decided to come. So about a week or 2 weeks after Gilbert, We head to Kingston. We the Kingston. I sleep on my sister floor. Them time I have a jeans named Stonewash I wear. I remember me go Kingston in one Stonewash jeans and a shoes where the mouth mash up. The shoes stay bad. But me decide to say, me now come back a country answer till me make it. So we start to sleep on my sister floor out of Winward Road. Winward Road right in front of Realtor Theatre. But me short, but President Brown very tall. So what at my night time now, we just sleep in the living hall upon the floor. We put a sheet out there. We sleep at the living hall upon the floor side of the couch. But she have a long couch. So to me short now, me just cringe up side of the couch. But President Brown tall, my brother-in-law now used to come in late at night. So every time my brother-in-law come in, he have to drop over President Brown foot. Can't carry me catch President Brown tall because he stretch out of the way. So to me short now, me just cringe up. So me is that a problem. So he start to complain to my sister, say, is that a problem for you say, but he want to drop at night time and mash up in face. So me that show President Brown, I go and start show him. So President Brown say, boy, you're uncomfortable. So you get a little place, a Papa Biggie. Get to a little from Tivoli garden, get to a little place, a matches lane, a little room. One little room with a little bit nice. So when you go to so again, him have a problem because the bed short, so me fit the bed, but him can't fit the bed. When he lay down on the bed, half of him actually hang off a ground. So it worked for me again. So it was so stressing, depressing. We got town no money, so we have to leave from matches in the morning time. Walk going at Tivoli, go link Papa Biggie, get some breakfast. Then we walk from Papa Biggie, now go Peter Metro Jungle. Peter Metro give some breakfast, I give you something to eat. And we walk from Jungle now, walk Gemini Club, that's where every artist used to hang out. Every artist come at Gemini Club, where Sasa, the man in Sasa give me the name. So we have it for a couple of while. Sometimes we could have buy one bun, 2 bag juice, or 2 bag juice and 1 bun. Sun hot, we don't have the money. So President Brown couldn't take his stress and him go back a country. Me say me nah go back a country, me have to dead over Kingston. Me nah go back till my boss. So I link up Peter Metro that time Admiral Bill have a song called Take Your Mind Off of Me, Take Your Mind Off of Me. So me did a song of we have Bad Mind a Kill Them, Bad Mind a Kill Them. This one dedicated to all Eden. Yeah. So Peter Metro was the man at the moment that time. 87, Peter Metro around the place, full white. So Peter Metro said, okay, I'm going to do the song with me in a combination.
Okay.
So in Cam go Channel 1, me never forget that first time. That was the second time going to Channel 1. I went there one time for the audition, but never get the record because right as they was gonna record me, Jimmy Riley come. Okay. Time for first me I know Jimmy Riley, and the man say, you have to go wait till next week because Jimmy Riley come and have to record him. So we have to take a bus and go back. I cry, go back a country again. Anyway, when they told Peter Metro carry to Channel 1 and record the song, me and Peter Metro Bad Mind I Kill Them. Muzzle, the song record 88. Late 88, September, October, about them time there, and by summer 89, the song become one of the biggest hit of Jamaica. The song, the Stamper broke about 3 times the song sell. But while the song I mash up the place, I can't go dance because I don't have no shoes. So the song I mash up town and I can't go. So Tante Metro tell me one night, say, yo, you need to come out, come see your song go on. Because them time now, me left from Jack Ruby now, Metro Media.
Okay, so you had left. Okay, you know what? Hold that thought there, because there's still 2 more things I want to ask you about Jack Ruby.
Yeah.
So we're going to hold that thought there. Okay. Did you ever get a chance to actually record for Jack Ruby?
Yes, I record for Jack Ruby, but they didn't release. And Jack Ruby rhythm, there was some different type of rhythm. I recorded about 4 history songs. Okay. But he died in 1989, so by the time them for release, because them man no do no rush music. And a proper recording, remember some real history. But they didn't get the record because he passed away in 1989. R.I.P. Jack Ruby, great man.
Crazy, because I know, of course, because you're on the big song and he's producing, so definitely you would make it into the studio to do some record. Was that
definitely many times to go to studio with him?
Was that your first time in a studio for Jack Ruby?
No. 1985, there was this guy named Clifton and from Senance Bay who believe in me. He bring me to record a song at GG's studio in Kingston, 1985. And we do a song called Bus Driver. Man, I use named Berger Rankin. It didn't really big nor nothing, but he just played the community around the area. That was the first time I go on a record.
And what name was that under?
The name of the song was Liza.
And you
Come Back Liza. And it come out on GG's label. Produced by Clifton Allen. That was the first time I go on a record, 85.
And what name were you using at that time there?
Nigga Mikey.
Okay.
But I just get some round the area play because they used to have a radio station in Ocherous named Radio Northeast before IRA FM. Enough people didn't know that there's a radio station was in Ocherous named Radio Northeast.
Okay.
Long before RFM, so I used to get a lot of airplay on that radio station. Clive Mackenzie used to play me. So that's where I developed my name in St. Ann. And clash with all the DJ that will come a country. Every sound system, we take them on and clash them.
This is, you see, that brought me right to this. I know there was a night with you, lecturer, Papa San, creation and all that. Was this when you were on Jack Ruby?
Right, when I was on Jack Ruby.
Walk us through that night there.
All right, Jack Ruby used to end up clash with few songs. Not many, not songs. I was not too much of a clash song, but for some reason, 2 policemen, 1987. That time I just met my baby mother. They keep a clash in the Wakefield Trelawney. Jack Ruby versus Creation. One of the policemen I bet on Jack Ruby, one I bet on Creation. One of the policemen I bet on me, one I bet on Papa San. That's what we heard. But Ocherous people them know say me I'm bad DJ, but full of lyrics. But when the clash was coming up, they keep saying to me, say, yo, you're bad in about boy, son. Me don't know you deal with son, I go mash up, brother. But me not say nothing to nobody because me don't want nobody know my plan. One person did know what happened, and it's Slim Brown. Me take with myself from Ocherous about 2 weeks, nobody see me. I go back to my hills and Lime where I'm from. And me write some something, me see muzzle, me write some sitting. Only the person knows me arm and ready for that night was Slim Brown, who named President Brown now. So I DJ something to him. I said, no, sir, this not sound good. Also, no manage. So everybody I said, boy, coming up to the clash. Everybody I said, boy, Mikey, nigga Mikey, you're bad, but boy, son, I go beat him. I said, yeah, man. But me not be nobody not interwag. That night, clash come up. Everybody when we got the clash know it, but man, I say, boy, I look like me I'm nervous, me look like me I'm fret, me I say, I'm a madman. I must either. But me never that focus so much on lecturer. Me never that focus so much on lecturer.
Okay.
I was more concerned about Papa San, because that man, me can tell you, to me, I one of the greatest things about Jamaica. When it come on to lyrics as an artist. I think I one of the main man why me start make some long lyrics too. That's why back in the time, they used to call me the shortest DJ with the longest lyrics. So, the night I got the clash, everybody I try to get nervous. And I don't know, but when you reach the clash, I early never see a clash ram. Ram from early. I'm walking and see the crowd, I say, yo, I either either. I just buckle up and say, try either either. Time for we go all the mic now. President Brown start and Tina one. Then we walk in. Lecturer, Papa San reach dancing, but lecturer was there. So President Brown then do the first round, and then Creation come in, lecturer go on, and me come in now. Jack will come back in and me start now. Me never hesitate. And Jack will come in, me start put it on for lecturer. The time San no come in, but what me I use not the direct lyrics at him yet, but me have some lyrics where kind of shady, I show little shades, and some language what them a clap. And me never hesitate, me just start calling him name and start go at it. So him check say now. I feel a strategy I'm use for me and make Papa San take last to come. I'm good at it in the land, you know. For me, don't know my lyrics, but me I hold the bigger gun them, the bigger bullet them Papa San.
Yeah.
So when me did I go and lecture, Papa San that come. And everybody say, yes, don't know where, and I say, yeah. And Papa San come and Christian come in and San starting on the whole place, starting upside down, you know. And we start and then go on and him say, start beat me, you know. Jack will come back in now. And me never ramp. First thing me go on and when me start talking, me just put President Brown one side, you know, and take for himself. Make it seem to draw because the fire started hot now. That time you have some little road where you can't use Pan Jack Ruby sound. But some of my lyrics when me have to use some of them like, but it was nothing too outrageous. And the first thing when I go on, I say, listen to me, people, listen to me. I have to say, you think you look good for sister and lecturer there? I kiss the one another and I say, I Pepe. Look how man plentiful, look how man there. But then get you two of them last week, Saturday. Yo, you see, from it, say that so. The whole place appear gun, them time a gun salute, you know.
Yeah.
And people start to get excited, though, because I say, you see, fire start. And I say, shit. I say, get you two of them last week, Saturday. So I lie down on him belly with him batting at the ear. Lecturer the pant up at him a drag. I start on a peer shoot up a go on. And the fire at me a go on, but me a watch Jack Ruby see if me feel with me talk them type of thing. I mean I say, Jack Ruby look happy and I walk around. And son come back in again and son start again. And him a go on and I tell him a go on hard and I say, yeah, me a go down at the back, son Jacob come back in. And I tell President Brown, say, me say to President Brown, me a certain thing Jacob have to go run me a fight sound tonight. That's how I say to President Brown, but me now about nothing. He like me don't get the vibes after when me come in. And when Jacob come back in, I say, hey, it was normal. First thing one time I hold the mic and say, Mother G, because Mother G was the one of the creation.
Yes.
I'm say, Mother G, me see how wind up yourself on this about no why test. But remember this, that show she big. I say, remember see a tail off make for your French cut panty them and the whole place smash up, you know. So never know say Mother G was son mother-in-law. Okay. So me go see so now the two so on the side and side. Son jump, we stand up and they create them the record box. Son jump and fight and kick after me and grab after me, but they miss me, you know, because we turn to and pay a tussle and everything like war to go on and so I kill like some kid man when I dance I sell kid and I say, yo, that time Mike plug out all type of something, a little roughing go on the son man. I say, yo, son, you have fool, I choose son, grab after me if you fight me now. The man say, someone say, son, you're idiot, the little boy, the nigga Mikey come angry, so I want to fight the man. The lyrics of the game, so me start get more strength now. I start, but when I sit them and start reel them out and when check a start clash right by 8 o'clock in the morning, the clash done. Jacoby win the clash. When me go to the road the man, because I'm afraid because I no Spanish town man when the Monk's creation. And then I just me and my baby mother and Tina one in travel guy dance. So me afraid to go out. So me just walk behind like Jacoby and some people. I go to the road. Me I boy, me nah lie. Papa said make the little man from what you do with him wicked and kill him. That's me I say me read. As me I say to my baby mother, I say me kill him for true. And baby mother say, why I say no say win the clash car. Even me can't believe. And Jacoby win the clash, come out victorious. That's the time Clinton, Lindsay, and Vanima go on New York heard about me the man and get news flash say boy, I'll come on a Jamaican named nigga Mike kill Papa San. And they file a visa for me right now if you come to the US. Come perform. Me and Julia Demos. But what happened was we didn't live in the hills of Lima, so we never have too much telephone, never equivalent at that time, cell phone. So what happened now, me going to the hills, I don't know what time them link me and get me information, but me never know when the visa I go ready. So me up a Lima, I never go embassy, I don't know about travel. Me there Lima for about 2 weeks and now I come at Ocho. On a Wednesday night, I come at Ocho, me can afford to come DJ and go back. So till 1 week, I don't get to come out 1 week straight. And come out there and say, boy, people are looking for me how long. The visa them file and Junior, they must pick up in visa and go on the embassy and go and find and they look for you can't find them. But nobody never knows what me live. I never know Lima. Feel like fish out of water. I first no travel now, you know. No, but before that, I travel Canada. My first place is Canada 87. Now the same Jacoby Land. I promoter, I know this promoter from Canada named Lexus, Tony Lexus.
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah, he is the one who bring me and Junior to Canada 87 for the first. He come to Jacoby Land, see me and mash up the place same way, and bring. That was the only time I traveled before, and then I never travel 88, and then 89 now, when they file the visa, 88 when they file the visa now for me 87, when they file the visa, I miss it, I never get for travel. 88, the hurricane come, and then that's the time now, after all of that clash, Jacoby died, me left country, got on 88, late 88, and then into 89, Jacoby died 89. So Jacoby.
One last Jack Ruby question I have for you. You and Son and Lecturer and Creation bucked up that night there in your turf. Did you guys actually meet again, or it was only one night that Jack Ruby and Jack Creation clashed?
No, we didn't meet again in no clash. But we didn't meet again. Me and Lecturer and Papa San never meet in any clash. That was just that night in the clash. And even after the clash, whether I be afraid to go Ocho, because we normally used to go to Jacoby Yard, but link him and collect the money. But for about 2 weeks, I don't want to collect money because I'm afraid. Based on me say certain thing on the sound.
Yeah.
So President Brown, Slim Brown called me and said to me, say, come link me. I said to me, say, no man, you're good man. You're proud of you, you're glad. No mention nothing about it. I'm go and go link him to the yard, man. Man say, shut man. You bring me victorious, but my dad don't need that. Catch me talk certain thing, but him feel good and give me a nice money. First, never get much money from him. Okay. Everybody congratulate me. Love what I go on, and then me go Kingston 88 now. That's where Peter Metro link with Metro Media. God. Start to be a resident DJ at Metro Media now with me and Peter Metro then.
and you said, okay, come, let's get to so Peter Metro is the one that brought you to Metro Media.
Yes, because when he said I should come to Kingston, I went to Kingston, he recorded the song with me, and then he carried me to Jimmy Metro and said, if a DJ sound, so I start be a resident DJ and Jacoby. And I'm Metro Media until me do the song now. Song bus, Kangaroo Road, because I have no shoes. When I stayed with my sister, so Tante Metro tell me one night, say, you have to come, show the song I go on. So I take brave hard, put on the shoes, because the mouth bust up and thing, and go, Metro Media play upon Spanish Town Road that night, I never forget. And I go, but when I go in that dance, I stand up one place, you know? Stand up one place, I want to move, because my shoes, like, will tear off. That I want to start DJ on the sound, we don't have time to go with my Sky Juice, I juggle some song. And when Sky Juice drop Bad Mind, like when me and Peter Metro, I see the forward, that pure cold bump. In my lifetime in the music, that's the only 2-time cold bump ever take me in the music is when Garnet Silk bus. And that night when my song drop, when Garnet Silk bus, I went to a show in Prairie. And when Garnet Silk walk on stage, I said, behold, here cold bump take me like so. I say something about this man, you know. Here cold bump, I just get cold, but my skin full. I said, no, sir. I never hear this. And that night when Sky Juice dropped my song, this is me. Here cold bump take me. And I say, I have to start that road. I will go DJ the night and I go home and I say, I have to get a shoes. And then the baby mother come up for a watch and trust her shoes, carry come give me. Peter Metro go away in the same time and buy a shoes, carry come give me. So we can start that road. I say, I lift me out to Peter Metro. Him take my lyrics them and go some face and never call me up. But Peter Metro is the one why me reach where me reach. He's the only artist in the business who helped me. The only help me get in music is Peter Metro. I mean, I salute Peter Metro. Nobody can tell me nothing bad about him to say about him because one thing with me, I'm not ungrateful. Me not watch certain things, me not forget the little way you do to bring me here. So you have to salute Peter Metro every time.
For real.
Him guide me. Him tell me, say, make sure so you go up on stage, your first lyrics at the last one for at, so you run off them cardio back. Him look for me and say, when me there Metro Media, you have Cutty Ranks, Peter Metro, Tanta Metro, all of them snagger post a DJ for Metro Media sound. And him said to me, say, me was younger one when I look up as an artist, because I never have a clothes and stuff like that, you know? I never too boss it, so I never have a clothes. And look at me one night, that time I sang a mash up the place, and said to me, say, don't you ever look for nobody what them are wear out and dress, focus, because I go fly too. I remember one night, me there Metro Media, me do the song. Yeah. Mash up the whole place that time I wear white shoes, but the white shoes kind of a strip off. It actually a strip off left the grey and white, so it chippy and look bad. But we have to stand up on a box.
Yeah.
Man DJ. So you know them dancing my video, hot dance at home. So Yellow Man was there. And when me and Peter Metro draw this mash up place, Yellow Man tap and take the mic and say, hold up me selector, Sky Juice. Video man, come here so and turn a video like that. So boy, Peter Metro boss. Peter Metro boss and buy a white Benz. Video man, turn it like me look for nigga Mikey white Benz. And when the man then turn the video like on my shoes. I see the condition of my shoes, muzzle.
Yo.
You know about the drifters? I saw me take time drift. Around the sound till me drift reach and dance, me drift and reach on my yard, you know. Shame, you know. Cause the whole place mash up, you know. Whole place mash up, but me never make that get to me. Cause it did go on video and everybody talk about it and me just focus. Peter Metro say you go fly. Don't worry yourself. And amen, so let it be by September 89. Washington, Vice Promotion for Washington come Jamaica and bring me, Foxy Brown and Johnny P. Straight to the US on tour.
And the crazy thing with it is, remember, Yellow Man is the one that you looked up to and he was the first one to give you the mic. So for him to turn around and kind of draw that type of card on you, it's like, man.
Yeah, because Yellow Man is a man who draw some serious card, you know. So it never affect me, but me shame through my shoes. But me know say him that. But to the crowd and laugh, you know, you have to feel like the way because we are human, you know. And to say the song Boss and Metro drive white Benz in time. Yo, the whole dance mash up, you know. Whole dance mash up, me shame, so till me take time drift. But me come back the next week and I chop up place him and I watch him face until me start end up give a shoes, pant up a shoes, you know.
Crazy. It's just imagine how you started and what you continue to do it. Metro Media here now. Give me 2 more big nights you remember on Metro Media before we move on there.
one more big night and two big night I Metro Media, remember. We went to our next big dance at Charly. Metro Media, me, Peter Metro, Tanto Metro, and Snagapos, I think. And when you walk in, I walk in a dance, me some girl, I say, see nigga Mike there, see that short one. You feel good, because it's like people are wait for me because me start a buzz now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one next night, Woodford Park, same place Metro Media used to play. That night now, Cutty Ranks and everybody gathered. It was a big night, Johnny P. So I stand upside of Johnny P. The time Cutty Ranks have the Bomber. All of them top arts, so when we couldn't stop, I said, all of them come Metro that night. I don't know if it was Metro anniversary, Metro Media, but that night, man, I'm stand out. I go and go, the time I ever sang the Dummy Girl. You see Dummy Girl, I'm start DJ about Dummy Girl, and all them lyrics, Peter Metro start Dummy Girl, and them sang their my lyrics, and then
So
mash up the place tonight, you know?
It's almost like you were a little type of writer for Peter Metro at one type of thing?
I wasn't no writer. I mean, have some lyrics where I wasn't no writer film, but I have some lyrics where I'm interested in. I talk some things where I'm really a film style, a film type of things that me want. You know, some different something. I talk about the Dummy Girl, or make love to the Dummy Girl. I talk about some history. I talk about some beef. I talk about some Marcus Girl. You know, I talk some different things. So, and you know, as an educated youth, so we like them things. So I'm just borrow them because Peter Metro is a man around for borrow lyrics. You know?
All right, so you're on Metro Media here. Did you ever actually get into any clashes on Metro Media?
No. When I was at Metro Media, I didn't get into any clash. The only clash I did in all my lifetime was the whole Ninja Man at Sentence Bay, Basalan, and the whole Papa Sana lecturer at Chulani, and who else me whole again. Yeah,
Tell me about the Ninja Man. Tell me about the Ninja Man before we.
Yeah, when I was on class one before I go to Jacobi, Ninja Man come in Sentence Bay, Basalan, class one and at Sound, Ninja Man come with clash in Sentence Bay. And I back him up down there again and him back a knife for me. And some policeman have to save me. Because I deal with him wicked. And him come on and back out knife and joke after me and say, where, and you have a policeman in time Sentence Bay named Fax. He used to follow me everywhere me go. And him come and back out him gun and show Ninja Man say, me lock you up, you know. What you do and actually drape up Ninja Man and, you know. I remember after me when we get Kingston now, when him boss at time he hot. And I see up at Gemini Club, same place with the man give me name. He walk in one day and see me freeze. When he walk in and see me and bend up and having gun finger set so on top and just look for me like so I remember me, you know. I can't run, me know if I run go because him one me have to run the way where I'm coming and I can't run that way because the wall and about half of the man touch when the gun finger look for me, you know. I mean I say nothing I'm there I wonder what me for run, what me for do. But the man give me the name in the office now, but guess what now? Right now, me no know if you call him, because I don't know how I go on, because Ninja Man come to every artist used to come there, so Ninja Man come in and mock me up and he did and he having gun fingers, so I steer for me, you know, and I still want to plan what me do, you know, but I just step past me and go in the office and say, Sasa, you see him? You know him? And Sasa say, me artist, and I say, oh, because I don't clean me gun pan him, you know, because this me a country one night, you know. That time must me a tremble like leaf, because I just come to town as a countryman. So that's the only clash them. Me going to Ninja Man and Papa San Creation. Other than that, just DJ beside the artist, you know.
And you never met back Papa San or lecturer while you were at Metro Media either?
No, but like when we started to stage show now, after this song it and them start to stage show now, me and Papa San perform on the same stage show and 4 times, many times, perform on Champion Action, Fresh all them show the lecture. I think lecture leave Jamaica. I think when me boss, you know. No, I remember lecture boss, me see my jammings one time. Me fly out, I'm already big chain, big old rope chain, and I got jammings. I'm the first artist me seen a full silk suit. Big rope chain, and I got jammings one day, I forgot the dope plate, and buck him up, and kind of come back out, come here and say, I'm going to fight, because after the clash with me, Papa San, I couldn't pass through Spanish tongue, you know. I have to hide him, I go through Spanish tongue, because Spanish tongue man, they want to beat me. The man will come with the sound. So when I take bus go Kingston, I have to bend down, because the bus used to stop at the hospital gate of Spanish tongue, so I used to bend down and the bus back. Because I was afraid, because the man, them, where they dance tonight, the son, them a plan to beat me. And that's why I'm not too like clash. Because every time I go in a clash, you get away. So I'm not too like clash again for them time. Because me did lyrically, But and even the artists, sometimes the fans them are the friends them, one warrior. So me no like clash. Me no never like clash.
That's not really a thing. I got you there. Okay, you're on Metro Media doing your thing. So you said you even started to fly with Metro Media too.
Not with Metro Media. Started to fly by myself, like with other artists. Me, the first fly out after me go Metro Media was with Johnny P and Foxy Brown. Vibes promotion from Washington, come Jamaica and bring me up, and we go lot of shows right to the US, Boston, Miami, New York, New Jersey, all about. So we start tour now. I fly then Gemini came to England 1990. Because Gemini used to manage me at one point now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were actually DJing on Gemini, or you were just around Gemini on off nights opposed to Metro Media?
No, I wasn't DJ on Gemini. What happened? Gemini Club, that's where the guy did have the office. And that's where Sasa, that's where he used to book every artist. So every artist have to come Gemini Club. And then Gemini now start to do a managing team. My wife start to manage artists. So he used to manage me, Junior Ranks, I think Singing Melody, a couple of artists. Because when you go to England, it was me and Junior Ranks and Singing Melody. I think he managed me for about a year or two. Yeah, we got Bermuda with Gemini, Glamour Wayne and Junior Ranks, Bermuda, England, Canada. We got Canada Gemini, we got England Gemini, Glamour Wayne, and we got Bermuda Gemini, Glamour Wayne.
Got you. So then now you're doing this stuff, you have this big song here. So where did you get to first? Shocking Vibes or Penthouse?
When I get to Kingston?
Yeah, because you recorded, you got to Metro Media and everything. So who was the first one you recorded for first? Was it?
Yeah, the song, The Bad Man That Killed Them, Peter Metro produced that song. And then Peter Metro, after the song It Now, Peter Metro take me to Penthouse, introduced me to Donovan Germain. Donovan Germain impressed with the talent. Dave Kelly is the one who recorded my first hit song for Donovan Germain was a song called Me Got the Thing There. Yes, me got the thing there. Me got the thing there. Me got the little thing there. Me got the thing there. Yes, me got the thing there. Me got the thing there. Me got the little thing there. Come me selector with the little thing there. Let me get to give the people them the little thing there. When me give them last night over thing there, the set did I play. Come from up a thing there when them put on the music with Sanchez and thing there. Every woman a man start to do the thing there. Not the same time me about the little thing there. She good looking now, fat like a thing. That was my first song with the Penthouse and become a big number one. First artist, Muta Baruch. I remember one night when the song come out, I hear Muta Baruch, I was talking on the radio, say, you don't understand. Jamaican artists, them are the greatest set of people because this young man sing a song called Thing There, and he use one word Thing There and make a whole song and the sentence, they make the line, they make senses, you know? I'm the first one to come here and sing about Thing There, pure Thing There. Even Beenie Man come and reverse the Thing There, and Vegas them, and me the first one come here and sing about Me Got the Thing There. Record that for Penthouse, it got number one. Record the next song for Penthouse again. But same time now, Shocking Vibes used to rent German studio. So meanwhile, recording for Penthouse, Shocking Vibes used to work at night. So I end up starting to record for Shocking Vibes now. That's where I did a song called One Day Bad Boy. All bad boy who know say them a notch. Who do no gun punk cap. You know? You call them for Shocking Vibe, then Shocking Vibe start fly with Shocking Vibe like me in camp now. So I'm carrying me, Foxy Brown and Little Lenny to Grand Cayman. Little Lenny was 89.
Yes.
And the first time I got to Cayman was me, Little Lenny and Foxy Brown.
So when you got to Shocking Vibes, who was in the Shocking Vibes camp at this time?
When I got to Shocking Vibes, the only person who was there was Little Lenny. And them say Beenie Man was always around. But Beenie Man wasn't like in the camp at that time. I remember when I got to Shocking Vibes, I just I think I win the one that may I say. And Little Lenny. Beenie Man I think used to be, but Little Lenny was the man at Shocking Vibes. I can't remember when I was in Shocking Vibes, Beenie Man was like round there with me. But I know that he was shocking. He was, I think Beenie Man wasn't in Jamaica. At one point I heard that he was somewhere. But this was Little Lenny was the man when I was at Shocking Vibes.
Thing would have been all there also too, would have been Little Kirk.
Little Kirk, right. Little Kirk, Little Lenny, Tanta Metro. Tanta Metro. And I used to go Penthouse and say Wayne Wonder. And Wayne Wonder used to record because that day when I was recording Thing There, Dave Kelly was German engineer. Did you know that?
Yes, yes.
Right. So Dave Kelly is the one who me got the thing there.
Mm-hmm. And then the funny thing with it, because I know he started doing work with Shock and Vibes after a while too. Were you over at Shock and Vibes when he was working with Shock and Vibes too, or that was after you?
No, I was no, when I was with Shock and Vibes, Dave Kelly was the one who recorded for Shock and Vibes, see me? Because what happened when Jermaine gone at night, mm-hmm. Patrick would be book his studio and record and do his time. Mm-hmm. Sometimes Dave Kelly was there. I remember my next guy, I think it was Tumpy. Some other guy, I think it was Tumpy, was the engineer for Shock and Vibes.
Yes.
Don't quite remember, but I remember I said Dave Kelly at some point mm-hmm. was there.
Mm-hmm. All right, crazy. You guys are doing all your stuff here. You did a lot of stuff with Shock and Vibes. So how long were you over at Shock and Vibes for now?
I was there 89, 1990, to about 91, about 1990. Mm-hmm. Because when I started to travel now, I started to have my one way, I started to take show by myself, go about. So I didn't sign with Shock and Vibes. I was just there in the crew. Them sign them time just in the crew, yeah. And them get the shows like, bring it to Cayman and we get shows in Jamaica. But me never signed. Mm-hmm. Then little any bus now with gun in a baggy. Mm-hmm. And that time me start travel. So me start go about my business now. And by the time me have America, me hear say little any mash up the place. Gun in a baggy and other songs. But me just a record Shock and Vibes same way. Me when Gemini was just booking and sometimes me just start doing thing myself,
Mm-hmm. Because I know that around 92, you came out with your own label, Champagne. All right. What made you decide to come out with a label at that time there?
When I was at Penthouse, with the first time when I was flying, I think it was 1990. After I flying out 89, I was flying out 1990. I think I recorded about 8 songs for Donovan German and all the rhythm them, even Pancake rhythm. I was on that rhythm.
Yeah.
8 songs me record and go away. And when I come back to Jamaica, none of my songs them release. And I say, yo, this don't look good. Mm-hmm. So I remember I used to watch our Shock and Vibe doing thing. So I talk to somebody and say, first thing I have to get a label. And I start buy 1 and 2 rhythm. Mm-hmm. And there was this Empress from Canada who used to sing them, Nelly Star. She come to Jamaica and I meet her. And we put the label together, Champagne Records. She said she liked the name. We put the label together and I start to record myself now. End up start to record host of artists. Dr. C, Banana Man, Sugar Minot, Liquor John, just a record artist. I like the production part.
Mm-hmm. What was the first hit you actually got on your label?
My first hit on Champagne label was a song called Manawal, 1995. This is one I hit name Manawal. From you know say that you stand tall. And you know upon God name you can't put your one in the ear and say, yeah, Manawal, we not take no coke, no crack, Manawal. That song went #1 in the Bahamas, 1995, one of the biggest song in the Bahamas. And the remix with him, Mantel Jordan. This is how we do it. Okay. A producer take it, remix it, and it tear down the whole Bahamas. That was my first song on my own label. 95. 96. We nailed them with the Macarena version, the reggae version, the Macarena dance.
Listen, I remember Stone Love. Every time you heard a Stone Love around that time, there 96, you always heard that rhythm. Always.
There you go, man. You do your research, man. You know what's going on. That song, I was a producer. That rhythm, it come out, Sugar Minot, a Liquor John, Sugar Minot, a Liquor John, a Banana Man, the Banana Shoot Again. And me have 2 songs on it. R.I.P. Banana Man, rest in peace. Me do get a nice like a spice and you sweet like a honey. So you with him banana one man happy cherry. Happy and you marry and you rule the territory. You are done, wife already. That was my hit song on it, and then I come in the next song on it called I know the Urkel dance, now the butterfly, and the new type of dance with the whole world I try. So do the Macarena, so they be a Selena, hit them talk about, and you know. So those 2 songs hit same time. 2 songs hit one time, 5 songs come out on the rhythm, and all 5 songs hit. That was the song we bring back Banana Man, the Banana Shoot Again, 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, all the songs hit on the rhythm. My label. And from there, no turning back. I started to produce a lot of artists. Jigsy King. I was the one who actually recorded Jigsy King and have him out there.
How did you meet Jigsy King?
When I get the break and still live in Orchard, Roof, the guy named Roof, Courtney Cole, come to Orchard, I open my studio in Orchard called Roof Studio. So a lot of artists, young artists start to come about. He used to have a talent show in Orchard every Tuesday night. So Jigsy King then come from Linstead. But when I hear Jigsy, him have a fine voice.
What?
But something about him stand out, him ever write lyrics. That time I travel, me was the only artist from St. Anne who travel, who wear a big chain, who look up. So when I come to the studio now, him always cling to me for some reason. My spirit always click to him because him know when everybody has studio run joke and keep up foolishness, him a write lyrics. And he come to me, then time come from Linstead, I may give him money and thing. And when him chat lyrics, I say, yo, your body I go bust. So me and him start par now. And I start to the talent name, but Roof, Courtney Cole now, he wasn't paying Jigsy King any mind. He was just paying to Shaggy Wonder and President Brown and Garnet Silk. But me I tell him, say, Jigsy King are the man. So me keep on saying to him, say, you go boss. That time voice fine. Can you have a song and say, me get wicked? Me must be good. Oh, fine voice. So through me I travel back and forth now and meet a lot of song guys at the state now. Me start to record him on doublet and carry to them and say, yo, just give me a money for him. Can't give me money, go back and him. I go boss. I go boss. Some people take it up them, some don't take it because I have no name. So go back to Jamaica, me give me the money same way. Then boom, man, go do a song named Real Up and the song just get to a star.
So when you met him, was it him and Tony Curtis, or you met him by himself?
No, him, Tony Curtis, and the next one, him Singing Teeth. They leave Linstead and come to Orchard together and have nowhere to stay, but they end up find places to stay, them find girl, and so I end up say. But something about Jigsy King when boy, me just like him energy, me like him vibes, and then gravitate to him because me's a youth, me's a kind youth, me a Virgo, I'm very kind, and me love help people, me a people person, me love help people. So when me do studio, anybody me see will look like them not have no money or somebody, they will come to me and say, them look at lunch money, me not hesitate to give them because hungry. Me not like nobody say them hungry, not even enemy, because I know what it is. Me hungry already till me tremble, and I sweat. So once I use the word hungry, me give me last. So I so come now, me make sure say at the time I have a lunch money, and me start record him now. And so till I don't know what happened. Him would have to get the history and record for Courtney Cole and the song just get away. And I tell you, I remember one night them played Jigsy for Jigsy and Clash Keeper Center, and I danced turn out not Jigsy for Jigsy. That time the bus set, and from there just exploded. Big up Jigsy King.
One name you brought up earlier, and you brought it up again, Garnet Silk. How come you never actually got to record Garnet Silk or produce anything with Garnet Silk?
Well, when Garnet Silk was at Roof, when it come to Courtney Cole, it was Courtney Cole was the one who was recording Garnet Silk. I never started recording a lot of artists yet, because my label was 92. I never get a hit on the label until my label was 92, 93. I never get a hit on the label until 95.
Yeah.
So that time I never started recording artists. It was only on dub plate. Like when I travel, I go travel and I just get some money and my friend and they secure 2 dub for them and I carry Jigsy King and carry Tony Curtis, carry singing, just Roof artists.
Yeah.
They never boss, but them sound good. And all of them boss, Garnet Silk boss, Jigsy King boss, Tony Curtis boss, whole like Fambo used to. When he perform at the talent show at night time, he come off a stage and come to me and Slim Brown and say, President Brown and say, oh, my son. And we are tell him, say, yeah, my son good, but stop running for rhythm, calm down, relax and listen to the rhythm. Yep.
Crazy.
Me produce a lot of artists, and help a lot. Dr. C. I used to work at Dr. C. I used to do a lot of combination. R.I.P. Dr. C. Banana Man and me bring him back with the banana shoot again. Record song with Jigsy King. Chesy Deck. He used to name Chiller Range before. I record him before him bus.
Okay.
Yeah. All of them record, all of them, Tony Curtis. The last artist that I record and put out a road was Charly Blacks.
Okay. This is what I want to know. How did you even meet Charly Blacks in the first place to even link up and record music? How did you guys connect?
It was late, 2007. 2007, there was like a studio in a Box Hill. And we used to go there with the dub plate, me, Little Hero, all of us. Me never know Charly back from nowhere. So one day I go to the studio. I think I was heading to Europe, but I went to the studio to do some dub plate. I think I was going to Europe maybe the week coming up, the weekend. I went to the studio to do some dub plate. And when I finished doing my dub plate and leaving the studio, I see him. And I say, well, I go on DJ. I say, well, I go on. But I don't know him. I say, I'm Charly Black. He play bass at this. So I say, I say, Hero, come check. I come check Hero. Hero promised him to give him 2 dub. But Hero look like him and hide from him. I don't have no money. And then boy, no more go back up at Alexandria, Say no more go back up at Alexandria. And me I said, John, no. So I say no call here and say, yeah, me call him, but he hide from the start and tell him say come and get him. And he say now the money for back up. So me I say, boy, John, no. So me say, me take a thing out of my pocket and give him a fare. Me give him a bus fare. Me give him take a month of pocket and give him a bus fare. I say, play bass and say, me no song. I say, yeah, me have some songs. So me give him 2 CD and that thing say, want him go and bust him for me, we link him up. So when I leave now, in coming to my car and say, drop him out the road, because I'm not, but I wait no longer. So I reach out the road now, but when I see him look away, him look sad, like him really hungry, and he don't have no money. And I think 500 I'm going to give him in the studio, but I say 500 can't pay for go up and buy food. So what I did now, I just go down my pocket, I make some money, and take out $3,000 give him, 3,000 Jamaican and give him. And it was like him surprised. Like him I say, oh, if I miss it, me make. So he said to me, say, if me can't advise him for when I read him, I say, you know, so I done with young artists. I don't advise no more young artists, because everyone of them advice should start, I don't look them turn on against me. I say, boy, I'm different. I say, everybody say the same thing. And when him walk off, I don't know something about my conscience or start joke me, but I see him walk off, I feel sorry for him. So I say, yo, you ready? Link me tomorrow, call me tomorrow, I can line up, I have a rhythm. That time I do the remix with him, with me and Peter Mitch, the bad mic them, and he shot me and him come link me. And that day when him come, I take him to studio muzzle and record him. Put out the song. When I carry the song to the radio station, some disc jockey say, nah, play it because it's half key. But I know the song never half key because they know him as a selector. Okay. They didn't want to play a song, I think they want some money from me. So I know so the song never half key, but they want to play my song alone and I want to play a song. So what I do, I go to the bank the next day and draw some money and go palm chair this jacket them and start play the song. You start to play the song, so I know it was money. And then from there just gravitate to me and left me. Me and him, and so till one day him come with a rhythm when the body pan. So somebody give him the rhythm, but him not have no studio time. I was recording at the studio at Central Point in Watchers. So when he come, my studio time actually done. I have about maybe 10 minutes left. I said, if I record them, I said, now I can't manage. I'm not going to have no more money for paying no more studio time. Try 10 minutes now go work. And then I say to the engineer, say, all right, book me an next extra hour. Till tomorrow I pay you. I make a record this song. And he said, thank you, DJ, no respect. And he go record this song, record it, trust me. You never mix properly, just record it and balance it up, carving balance it up. And I tell you, them time they made him a part of the song, just get with whoops. Me and him come Canada. Me and him go St. Vincent, me and him go US, me and him go so much place, but all of a sudden him just change for me. The man start dealing me like him don't know me like me and nobody, like me no pay no dues. I been start hype on me. When he come to studio, it's like me have to call to him first, because I say I'm the man. Him get so hype that me start feel disrespected. So when I'm a friend in Detroit, keep a show with me and him don't know the guy, and me tell the guy for like a show because I'm hot. And the guy keep showing me and the guy didn't come pick up at the airport in Detroit, brother. The man don't even call to my friend them. And my friend them feel so bad like they want just after they keep it dancing, just running the money and pay. I say, no, cause they feel you know talk to nobody. And I call them one side and I say, brother, the man them are vexed, you know. And my friend them I come and the man them pick up and every year the man them and not talk. Me not like that, brother. And I say, boy, why me not drop me guard, you know, brother, cause them promoter when they friend them. I say, no do that to come to Canada into the same thing of Canada. So him start disrespect me. So till me just 2010, me just take myself from him, brother.
What do you think changed? Where did everything change with you?
I'm not changing, you know. I saw him did stay for a morning, but money and the fame get to him. He used to sleep on my yard, and them yard, sleep on my yard. And me, when the man and girlfriend have problem, and me when you call the family, what them call them man they we counsel people in a relationship, and me have in card and me go talk to him girlfriend. At some point, two man look up a dance and kill him, and me have to tell like me from one woman to one woman in the yard, we sleep on my yard, we cook dumpling, we cook white tin rice and mackerel together and sleep. But me, I just have him like I just rate him and respect him. Him 10-year visa when he first get 9 book. And me, him never know what they on the farm. And me and my girlfriend sit on the computer the night, fill up him farm, send him to the embassy. I back at the embassy the morning. He said to me, say, if you think you'll get through, if you don't get through, I say, oh, man, go for your visa when you get your card. And about 1 o'clock the day, I never forget. He called me and said, boy, generally, I good. It's that I respect when I get it. I say, everything good. And the man just get sweated, brother, and just start hype. And I think some people who didn't want him pardon me start to whisper in his ears and tell me an old artist because that was the impression I get from him, you know. Mm-hmm. But I grew with my grandmother and she always tell me, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. I could be out there with him right now, himself diamond and him eat big and I don't wish no bad for him and I don't wish no good. We just take away myself because he don't have no respect for nobody who comes into the business and he will hype you and disrespect you and he will deal make you feel like it's nobody. But to me firm, and I believe in myself, he couldn't get me down because at one point he was criticizing me, telling his girlfriend that me I overdress when I go to the party, them I go dance, me I overdress and I go at my countryman. And then girlfriend tell me back. So I just take with myself, brother. And I wish him all the best and I never wish bad for him yet. But from 2010, I never buck up. I don't see him.
What was the last serious conversation you had with him when you seen that the whole situation was going?
The last serious conversation I have with him is 2010. We went to New York together. And he passed me in New York like he don't know me. He don't talk to me. He not deal with me, but I realized they want to get rid of me because some people are telling me I'm an old artist. Mm-hmm. So what happened now, he not talk to me till the night at the show we perform at Queens. And he pick me up. I go to the car, I pick up the vibe, not talk to nobody. I realize he disrespect me that night because when I come home and drop me off at my gate and he walk me and he give me money, he walk me at $200 for the show. I was going to throw it away. And his auntie said to me, don't dash it away. Mm-hmm. This is the friend I keep talking about. Because I used to tell my auntie about him. Mm-hmm. And my auntie said to me in New York, my auntie said, yo. So when he went back to Jamaica now, I don't know who talked to him, but he went to GT Taylor and RFM, as me making know GT Taylor. GT Taylor is my best friend. Okay. So he went to GT Taylor and tell GT Taylor, say, boy, me no glad for him showing a spotlight. So GT said, no, not the Mikeylous me, no. Yeah. Because that youth is the one who actually nearly malice me to play a song. Mm-hmm. So me no and something right. This and that no Mikeylous, so you know, I say like me bad man, but because him disrespect me, I'm a deal like me no bad no, me just not deal with him. So him give people a different impression like me vex because Muslim, me rate him so much that me perform a Boston and I give me money. And because I never have no car in Jamaica, I tell him, no man, me good. Just keep your money for buy your car. Me can't have bad mind if me do that. So when I come back to Jamaica, I come to my yard one day, one Sunday evening, I never forget about 9 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the evening. I never left my yard till 9 o'clock. I end up on the veranda and I talk and I tell me a whole thing and apologize to me. Mm-hmm. He apologize to me. But my sister, they apologize. It wasn't sincere. Look like somebody tell him something. Mm-hmm. So when him leave, because I'm a spiritual youth. When him leave, me not feel it. Me just not feel it. I say I don't want to have nothing to do with him. And it's like me did know. When him leave, me just delete him off at the time of MySpace. Delete him off of all of my social media platform and block him number. And in the morning, his girlfriend named Pretty Kitty called me. And said to me, say, you know, say, Charly Black, me go out last night and him a chat you. See him way, him no rate you, you know. And I said, but him just left on the yard last night apologize. So I said, no rate you, leave him alone. Because I tell you, say, you're the best person around him. You're one of the most genuine person around him. And him a follow the little idiot them. And I say, okay, me wasn't wrong. That was confirmation. And from that, from the Sunday evening, I'm 2010, I know it's 2020, 21. Grandmother said if you don't stand for something, you're far for anything. So I just take on myself, you know?
It's just this business is a interesting business. A lot of times when people have a lot of other people in their ears.
Ungrateful.
It just becomes very, the waters become very muddy.
Very. Especially these nowadays artists, they muddy the water, wicked, ungrateful, no gratitude. Mm-hmm. Me can tell as an artist is the most ungrateful persons. Them, you know, so many people who feel the hands of artists. You know, people who sell them cars, sell them mortgage them house to help artists. Artists just boom, drop them on the wayside after them bus. Yep. Mm-hmm. But not every artist, and they have some real genuine artists.
So then now you guys did your thing. You were touring up and down with him. You guys were producing stuff. So what was your next moves after 2010? After that saga there now, what was Mikeylous' next move?
My next move, we just continue record. Me tour, me go Europe. Me tour Europe actually every year. From 2007, we've been touring Europe until 2020. 2014. Yeah, 2014. Every year, I'm still a record. And now, currently, now, I have so much good songs out. I have a song called Ungrateful, went #1 in Florida. And the chart, mash up Jamaica, mash up everywhere. I have a song called We Don't Need Them Friend, Me and Jigsy King. I have a next song called Elbow and Foot. And I have a next song called Jamaica Wake Up, which is a thing we do every morning.
That's what I was going to talk to you about. Wake up. How did you even come up with that one there? Wake up, Jamaica, wake up. How did you come up with that?
Last year when the COVID breakout, March, last year, as I say, very spiritual youth, as simple as a smear. I went to my bed, but normally it's 3-4 o'clock. Anytime I get up 3-4 o'clock and the spirit start talking to me, anything the spirit said, if me go behind it, if me wake up 3-4 o'clock and something comes to me, I say, don't drive with that youth there tomorrow. It might hurt you. Any time I go behind that, what me hear, me get hurt. So I wake up the morning about 3 o'clock and me find myself take up the phone. Spontaneously, I just go to the bathroom. I always want to use the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom with the phone. After I do the bathroom, I find myself and knock on the bathroom door. I say, Jamaica, wake up. Jamaica, wake up. You're trying them in the yard. Jamaica, wake up. I'm starting to say some things up me. I say, something all right.
Yeah.
So the morning, I send it out on WhatsApp because I love broadcast on WhatsApp. And in less than 10 minutes, I get it back from all over the world. It come back to me. It go viral. And Junior Ranks, in my contact, she linked me and said, Richie Stevens get it. And Richie Stevens said, no, this is for record. Anybody who do this in for record, then for record. So Junior Ranks link me and tell me. And by the time Junior Ranks link me and tell me now, but 3 artists call me and say to myself, then can I use it in a song? Just for me, for them not use it, I have to tell them, say, no, I record it already, but never record. Yeah. So we start to write the song right away now. And when we get a rhythm, so I call a producer in Orlando, Jacksonville, Florida, named Celsa. And I asked him if you have a rhythm and can send, because we have an idea. And him send a rhythm right away. Amen, so let it be when the rhythm come, it fit. So I write the song and say, Jamaica, wake up, China down the yard and the record, and his song just start blow up. And then now, every morning now, I talk about issues. The to Jamaica, beat my washing machine with so I said, Jamaica, wake up. And I start telling them, say, boy, them say 10 man did a Clarendon. What we have to do, just send it out every day so the thing just grow, and grow. So everybody now start to say, wake up. That's in Bujo and I talk about things, they must say, wake up. And that song I go on good. We have a next song again called IBIUBU just come out. And now Maka Diamond have a song called Big Man versus Young Girl. And we do the version Big Man versus Young Boy to create waves. So the work continues,
And are you still doing a lot of production also, or you're just recording for a lot of different producers also?
I'm not recording a lot of artists, but I'm just doing my album right now. I already record all the tracks. 8 tracks I already record. We're about to start mix. It's gonna release, and it's produced by me and Father Glenn Production from Atlanta, Georgia. But I know and again I do 1 and 2 songs with an artist, but not like back in the days. I must focus on me now. So I'm never put out an album. I did the album for Penthouse, but because we did Fallout, he didn't put it out.
It never came out?
No, because Penthouse, Donovan Germain came one night and actually catch me recording back a song that we did film for Patrick.
Got you.
And he was very upset. And from that, he didn't put no attention on my career. So the album never come out, and I'm very upset because at one point in Miami, and some people talk about me and tell them I'm an idiot just because of that. So I've never put out an album in all my whole career. So this is going to be my first album, and the title is From Then Till Now. Very interesting. Here, only maybe about 3 songs that are already out there, but everything new.
Yeah. Crazy. You've had...
And I have the Ungrateful remix with me and Luciana too. So quite a few songs out there doing well.
You have a lot of stuff going on there. That's true, because you've been in the business from in the 80s till right now, or 2021. You've seen so many stuff come and go. Artists get big, pop down, get big, pop down. Why do you think you've still been able to do your thing and still remain in the industry as long as you have?
What I do, back in the days, music, I think I keep up with the pace and move with the time. Few things that keep me current and keep me going. Me listen to the young artists them. Me is not one somebody going to say, yo, I pay full shame at all. No, I mean listen to them. But me listen to the one that make sense, like Jamil. Busy,
Mm.
Assassin, quite a few of them. Massacre, me listen young artists. So when I listen young artists, them now, it keep my brain work more now to stay modern. I don't forget where I come from, I don't forget where, but I have to modern up me think as a different generation. So me cannot DJ like how me a DJ in 1980 or 90s. I have to melody and find melody and modern everything and go past some modern with them. Next thing, I try to learn every social media platform that come out. Because now is not the time when you sit back and depend on people to do things. So you have social media. So enough artists who start out with me can't even use Instagram or Facebook. Mm-hmm. So what I do, I stay up to date, I stay modern, and I love, when I say I love, if it was music, I wouldn't be here today. If you want to hurt me, take away music from me. I don't put money in front of anything, any opportunity, I don't make money stop it. I love it. It take me right across the world. It saved me. When I say save me, music saved me. So what I do, listen to what's going on, try to keep up, adapt every principle, adapt every style, but me still, even if me aware of what's going on. So even if we go up on a show, we can talk about something just mash up the place because we watch Spice, and we watch Maka do this. We just follow up everything because you have to have an open mind in music, and that's what keep me current. If you listen to my late song, them, me no sound like everybody say me no sound like veteran. Me a DJ like young artists them.
Mm-hmm. You got to stay current and stay up. One topic that we didn't cover was why did you change your name from Nigger Mikey to Mikeylous, and when did that happen in your career?
That happened when I started to travel, come to America. I remember the first time I do an interview on a radio station in Miami named WAVS. There's this jockey named Ranberg. He was the first one bringing it to my attention and said, yo, the nigger thing there, he's a good artist, but the nigger thing nah go work. People are calling me and I cuss me, say, why in this day and age we're using the word nigger on the radio? And he said, because him rate me, him even use it, but sometimes him boss him pressure him. And I said to him, boy, I don't want to change my name again, because it come like me start all over again. Mm-hmm. So me hold on upon it till at one point there was a big debate one day on the radio station in Florida where people say, why we call nigga Mikey? And then 2000 me get an eye up, man. 2000 me a little era went to Europe for the first time, Switzerland, France and Belgium. And when I was in the radio station in France, I remember we were on where the mic is for the interview, and the white guy we interview, I say, well, now we have in studio Little Hero and Mikey. And I keep signaling him and said to him, say, it's Nigger Mikey, it's Nigger Mikey. Mm-hmm. And he come around and said to me, say, I can't use it on the radio. I can't use it on the radio. It's not right. They will fire me. And I was like, whoa. So for the whole interview, me just feel a way down because he just say Mikey. So anyway, when we go back to Jamaica 2000, me say me now run a wire fence. Mm-hmm. Now run a wire fence, we just change my name to Mikeylous. And the first person who called me name hear it, it was Sister Cabo on IRFM. She named Andrea. She used to name Andrea Williams, but she changed her name to Sister Cabo. She do the running African program in the Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. She called me and said, that's a very good move because I was wondering why. Mm-hmm. A lot of people call me and congratulate me, so I did have to change it to Mikeylous. And it worked because I changed my name 2000, and 2005, my first hit song I get with the name was He Gets Sticky Over Foreign and It's Sticky in a Yard. Every man a boss say it hard, and everything we go on a foreign, me say it go on a yard. Father God, do help me all that for the hard jobs with them. Mm-hmm. Buju was on the same with him and Anthony Cruz, the place get bloody. So it worked. A lot of people who never used to want to play me start to play me. So I'd have to change my name, you know?
You've been in this business now for well over 30 years, okay? When has been the highest point in your career, and when would you say has been the lowest point in your career thus far?
The highest point, let's start from the highest point. The highest point in my career so far, it was 2005. I was in Florida with my friend Flesher Ranks, and there was a set of young promoters in Florida named Fashion.
Okay.
Young guys, they don't keep showing artists unless them act. Mm-hmm. That time Yellow Man, not Yellow Man, Elephant Man and them guy, they are the man. Mm-hmm. So then call my friend, because my friend live in Florida, and then call my friend and say they want to book 2 shows with me in Bahamas. Mm-hmm. So because my friend love run joke, me check say a joke in my make, so I say Fashion. The man not take a show with me because you have to be an artist. I must say, Bridget, the man them say they want to keep 2 shows. I'm still not believe him. Mm-hmm. So because we run so much joke. We run some crazy jokes. So me not take no check, me just not believe because I don't want him catch me in that joke. So one day me did this song, me and the youth them drive up. And he might look at me and laugh, and you that's saying come to pay the deposit. They show me, I say, yeah. So me start to say, no, I wonder if somebody a plan to do me something, because them a man and now keep showing if you know act, so all the more can make about Bahamas. That time I never know that Manawal was one of the biggest songs in the Bahamas, because cell phone and social media wasn't like now. But they used to go over there and play a lot. So they go over there, bring I think Sean Paul over there and realize that the biggest song. So they come back now and book me. So the money we give them, the price we give them for art, so the art price. So when me reach Bahamas, the one show in Nassau, one in Freeport, we land in Nassau. That Friday evening, I never forget. And when we reach the airport, I made drop down the amount of camera and people and everybody, Manawal. And I was like, yo, I'm going to find out, say, people, man, we come into the show tomorrow, man. The big song over here, man, I buy a show, Manawal. I'm frightened. So, I shell down Nassau, but Nassau wasn't it. When we went to Freeport the next time for the next show, the place sold out. Me alone, you know. What to make it worse now, when we go inside now, the promoter couldn't get to bring me in. Pay a female at the door and wait for me. So they have to carry me around one back door and get me around at the back. And when them find me around there, they must start tear down the front door to come in. And the promoter said to me that Lady Saw was in the peak of her career, was here last week, but I surpassed Lady Saw crowd just with that one song.
Yeah.
And I just can't be just backstage and can't believe that people out every minute. And when I hit the stage, man, yo, you just couldn't believe. That was, I think, was the highest point in my career, the lowest point in my career. I always wanted to perform in New York. But when we just come to America, Miami the first place to perform. And if he said, me not reach New York, me not come to America yet. So the producer will bring me here, live in Washington. So after I perform in Miami, me and players and Shaka Demos, me and players and Johnny P.
Okay. We
end up, the promoter said me have to fly to Washington, that's where I'm going to stay. So I said, what, me not go to New York? I want to go to New York. If me not go to New York, it's like me not come to America.
Yeah.
But him say me not go to New York till the next week. Them going to have a show in New York, me and Flogan and Lizard underground. So anxious. I don't know if me do over prepared or what. I don't know what happened to me, but the show was in underground, a place in underground in New York. I want to be, when me say, David Levy, I think you should keep the show. Big. Big people. Most when I go on stage at night, I sing my heart out. If you drop a pin, you could have hear it. I was so disappointed that it would me. They left me money the night because he wanted to make it worse. Gil Bailey, popular radio jockey from New York, was the MC. And when I come off, him say, oh God, come on, my people, man. He's coming all the way from Jamaica. Give him a hand. Oh, I feel so, I say, me left me money. I was staying in New Jersey at the time. I'm from school, my classmate who migrated and live here came to the show. I left the money at the week after them get the money to me. I was so disappointed because I was so prepared for New York, because if you mash up New York, then say if you mash up New York, you're good. And then we go mash up New Jersey next week, I still not feel good coming out. And then they book me a next show in Village in Brooklyn, New York. And accept me even go back, accept me not go nail it this time. Me revenge it. Yeah. That was my lowest point in my career, you know?
Crazy. Listen, I got a couple more before I get you out of here.
Yeah.
You've been artist, you're an artist, plus you put on the hat of producer. What did you learn as a artist and a producer? Because a lot of times you hear a lot of artists say, oh, the producer didn't deal with me good, this and that happened and all that. You now being in the producer seat, what did you learn opposed to what you would see as an artist?
As a producer, what I learned, not for the time when you hear some artists that say the producer robbed them. 95% of the time, no robbing, no go on, producer lose. Not for the time when they say producer will produce a record, not promoters now. 95% of the time, I think the producer lose, because sometimes studio time, for the rhythm, pay to engineer, cut stamper, do all of that, pay for promotion, all that. Sometimes when the record say they don't even say back half, it happened to me. I produce artists, spend a lot of money on them song. And when I go Dynamics and pick up the statement, that even stamper money me make back. But the song played because I spend money, we do promotion, so it played, but the song don't sell. Okay. So some of the time you hear this popular song, but you don't sell nothing. But because the song popular, you have some artists, make people whisper in the ears and say, yo, the song a mash up already, the song a mash up, but sometimes not sell. So enough of the time when the man say producer rob them, then no producer lose. I produce a lot of artists, enough artists, and the biggest money me make now my production is when I put out Macarena. Macarena. That was the time me really see money out of production. Me produced a lot of songs before. Shocking Vibes can tell you, he produced a lot of songs before Little Lenny. Mm-hmm. And it's when Little Lenny come with Gun Na Baggy, he start to see return. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you put out the song, it don't sell. As an artist now, we as an artist, sometimes we need to understand the business. We need to be grateful because when a man take you up, it's a gambling. That's why it named 95, that's why I name music business, 95% business, 5% talent. Mm-hmm. The artist may talented, but without the spending the money and get out there, you're not going nowhere. So me learn, say, anybody who's take up the money and spend on me, I go appreciate them no matter what the circumstances, because I can give you a little story. The guy who bring me to Washington for the first time in the US, me and Echo Man, booked me Echo Man at a show in Boston. And the night when Echo Man was performing in Boston, they shoot up the show. Shoot it up, pay a gunshot. We run up and down up in the bathroom, and in the bathroom, lock up in the bathroom, a man bust door and come in there and I load him gun and him shot them and drop out on the face base and I turn, he that one run out and run out. The man says, stay. And then the promoter find you, come and look for me as the artist and find me and say, when you stay, and then I said, boy, when everything calm down, I said, boy, John will star. All right, as you're performing, he said, John will come and lose star because look how much money me give Big C to on the star. At 12,000, I pay Big C at Echo Marathon, 6 years, and I lose all the money make it. And that time, the producer let me know, say, it was that amount him tell me. But him come Jamaica, recognize my talent, I was suffering, make me start to travel, can't put food on my table, help my family. Me can't make that one little vice because him tell me say 3,000, promoter say 6. Me can't hold against him. Mm-hmm. Because he put out a lot just to get me here. Should he tell me the truth? Yes, but he don't tell me the truth. I'm not going to be ungrateful. I'm not going to hold it against him because I start to live better when him recognize me and start to bring me here. So that's what enough of us as artists need to do. Appreciate, know the business, and stop running around with some man rob because they do it with me already. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the man, you spend a lot of money on production and no money, but it's unpopular. Mm-hmm. That's what me learn, you know?
You know what it is? A lot of times artists, what I'm finding having a lot of these conversations are there's no real agreements in place when an artist goes to record for a producer. It's just, okay, you have a song, let me go put it on the rhythm, and that was it. There was no discussion of
no agreement.
What are we gonna do? None of that. No management.
None of that.
No buffer or anything in between. It was just
none of that. Most of the artists, none of that. Most of the artists here at rhythm. I say, yo, General, I want to pay me have a thing feed, and that's it. Producer send rhythm, go get them, and then go to voice song. Them no talk about no money, they don't make no agreement, they don't make no arrangement. Nothing. Sometimes the producer them even have their name as a writer. Because artists never think about them thing there. What happened now? Boom. Artists never know say song are gonna blow up. Song blow up. You didn't make the arrangement to take a man with a good art. No, if song make money, or look by and get some money. Because you never make the agreement, so a man they must get the money. But what you must remember, the song blow up as an artist, the producer get the money, but what about this input out the song blow up and you start to make money off a stage show, make dub plate money, start to improve your life. Look at that. Me not look at it one way. Mm-hmm. If without that producer put me on that rhythm and without that song blowing up, me can collect 5,000 and 10,000 US and even more too, and I travel the world and I get more than what the producer would give you. Mm-hmm. Not saying that you shouldn't pay, but we didn't make no agreement. If I go court, I remember one time me buy some car up on the road around and me give a guy a car for run, taxi. Mm-hmm. And me never make no arrangement. Mm-hmm. And on the final, say the guy have a contract with my car differently from what he's doing. I collect 35,000 a month carrying some people. Mm-hmm. And when the people tell me find out, they bring him to court. And the first time I got court, I never go back because I just say, Mr. Grant, did you have any form of agreement with this man? I said, no. Did you have any verbal agreement? No agreement? He said, no. And based on what I just said to me, it was them. So I didn't go back. So if a man have good heart, he don't have to give nothing. Mm-hmm. So we need to get, and that's why the younger artists, they know they're more do it on the business side. Yeah. They're more aware. Sometimes they have to get a song copyright, register right as they've done it. Back in the days, we didn't do that.
Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things where clearly right now a lot of people understand the business a lot more, but back then it was I think a lot of the artists were just saying, okay, if they go to this producer, their song works out, they just think the producer is going to come back and do all this wonderful stuff with no real thinking. And sometimes the producer knew what was going on and didn't come back and tell the artist. So it was just a lot of unnecessary things happening at once.
Yeah, we was doing it. We were more doing it for the love. Mm-hmm. We just love it. We want to see Vice. We want to have see Vice on a record, hear Vice on a radio, hear Vice on the radio, and see with name on a record. Because remember, I used to walk with my record in my hand, and I look on it and say, my name really on a record. So we just went out do it for the love, and we just want to when you hear a song on radio, come like a belly full. So we used to love it. We just love it. So we didn't make any arrangement. So much people are sending a message, man. Yes, so you know.
Yeah, you definitely get it. Listen, before I get you out of here, what I'm going to ask you for is an old school medley.
Now this one called the thing there, dedicated to a Jamaican thing there. Every time Mikeylous come and say a thing there. Me got the thing there, yes, me got the thing there. Me got the thing there, me got the little thing there. Me got the thing there, yes, me got the thing there. Me got the thing there, yes, me got the thing there. Come me selector with the little thing there. Make we get to give the people them the little thing there. Who we give them last, all of that. Bad mind not kill them, bad mind not kill them. This one dedicated to all Eden, bad mind not kill them, bad mind not kill them. Run around the bin and go tell it to your friend. And when you have money, you have a lot of friends. And when your money done, them don't know you again. Some of them are your friend, but them are Eden. Them we say, oh, forget money for spend. Yo, this I wanna eat name on a wall. From you know, say that you stand tall. And you know what banga them you call. Put your hand in the ear and say, I know the Urkel dance, now the butterfly, and the new type of dance where the whole world a try. You do the Macarena, should they be a Selena? Yet them a talk about. Girl, you nice like a spice and you sweet like a honey. So you with the banana one man a pick a cherry. Happy and you marry and you rule the territory. You are done, wife already. All bad boy who know say them a natch. Put on a gun pan cap. All bad boy who know so no dan. Who know if you put up on your hand. Them a one day bad boy, them a one day bad boy. One day bad boy, them a one day bad, one day bad boy, them a one day bad boy. One day bad boy, them a one. It gets sticky over fire and it's sticky in a yard. Everyone pull up move.
Just like that, crazy, your energy, everything, your memory, the way how you told the stories just brought me right back into it. All right. Tell the people them where they could check you out on social media, where they could check out your songs, and leave any big ups that you have for anybody right now. The floor is yours 100% right now.
Yes, anybody want to find me for dubplate recording bookings, just visit Facebook, Mikeylous Wake Up Boss, Instagram, Mikeylous Wake Up Boss, or email lmikeylous@yahoo.com, or WhatsApp 876-424-9055. Google me. All my songs are on YouTube. They are on all the download platform, distributed by Zojak and other distributors. We just want to big up all of my fans them right across the world. Big up everybody who has support me from then till now. Big up Dax Dunn, the producer for IBI, UBU, simple means let me be me, you be you. Every man decide their own destiny. Big up everybody. Big up Chris. Big up Sham, big up all the people in my rate, big up Peter Metro, big up Jigsy King. And never forget to know now real people, two kindness. Jigsy King, one of the kindest artists in the business. And big up to all of the producers them are working over the years. And Muscle, big up yourself. This platform, this thing that they're doing, great. I watch all of them. The last one I watched was them big foundation singer. I was watching it yesterday. Okay. Watch Ghost. I watch everybody. Everybody look forward to your platform, and I give thanks. We got the whole of Canada. We got the whole of US. We got the whole of Europe. We got Baba from Austria. We got Shocking More from Germany. We got Seltzer Music Production. And me a big up Empress Royalty. Empress Tia Royalty Global Entertainment from New York. They are my marketing people. They do my marketing for me and other artists. Okay. So check them out on social media. Royalty Global Entertainment. And people can find me. I'm ready for the world right now. No worry about the V. We're ready to take on the world. Canada, I soon be there.
Big boss.
Salute. Up move.
Much.
Every back and every cup move. Canada, wake up.
Just like that. Let me give you an outro and get you out of here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.